Imagine a world without motion. There will be no rain and wind, no day and night, no cars and airplanes, no birds, no animals, plants, fish, no life. But then, may I ask you, have you ever heard the three laws of motion? Here is the brief history of the three laws of motion. The laws of motion are the relationship between the forces acting on the body and the motion of the body. These laws were first formulated by an English physicist, Sir Isaac Newton, and these laws were published in his book Principia 1687.
Now, let us tackle them one by one. Newton's first law is known as the law of inertia. So what is inertia? The first law is stated as an object in motion will remain in motion, and an object at rest will remain at rest unless acted upon by a force. It means in order to change the way as an object moves, net force must be present. When force is applied on the bottom coin, the stuck coin resists motion due to inertia. Less mass, less inertia, so less force is needed to move and stop an object. The greater the mass, the greater the inertia.
Next law is the law of acceleration. The acceleration of an object is directly proportional to the magnitude of the net force acting on it and inversely proportional to its mass. Gravity acts on all objects on the earth, surface, and causes them to accelerate when released. It is known as acceleration due to gravity. It is the same for all objects and is equal to 9.8 meter per square second.
If you drop a ball and a feather at the same time at the same height, which will hit the ground first? The feather or the ball? And why? The ball reaches the floor first. Why do you think this happens? The answer is air resistance. Much like friction, it is also opposes the movement on falling objects.
Forces comes in pairs. The third law of motion states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
The ball bounces back when it hits the floor. This is because the ball exerts a force on the floor when it hits the floor, and the floor exerts an equal force on the ball. So, the force which ball exerts on the floor is called the force of action, and the force which the floor exerts on the ball is called the force of reaction.
Globally, air pollution has major concerns, and 92% of people worldwide are not breathing clean as well as fresh air. So what are ways to reduce air pollution? The concept of recycling and reuse are not just to conserve resources and use them judiciously, but it is helpful for air pollution as it helps in reducing pollution emission.
In the relation to the concept of the law of inertia, we can help the community when it comes to discipline. Don't use matches for burning your garbage waste. Instead, let your matches stay at rest. If we cannot take action for this problem, still it will remain. Hold our hands and enjoy segregating our waste.
The law of acceleration is like pushing a trash can to be placed in a correct position. Since some people are very irresponsible for their waste and they don't care about the orderliness of their environment. And from the law of interaction, if possible, don't use cars, instead use public transportation because it is a short way of contributing to less air pollution as it provides with less gas and energy. You can also walk, use your bicycle or skateboard.
So it's time for us to open our eyes and see the air pollution around us.
Breathe in, breathe out. Think and realize that air is something we cannot survive without it.
So, if you plant one tree every day,
It will make your life pollution-free.
Less air pollution is the answer to a healthy life solution.